So what if you have a crazy ex?
I knew my ex was crazy.
Yeah, my ex. She was crazy.
Crazy ex.
Oh, you think your ex was crazy and toxic?
Multiple exes who are really crazy.
Narcissistic exes.
All of his exes are crazy.
You can get away from my car.
I can't hear you.
Thank you.
I can't hear you. What did I do to you?
I'm not opening the door. She can hear me perfectly fine.
I can't hear you.
She can hear me perfectly fine.
Bro, please, can you come back? Can you please come back? I don't know why you left me. Can you please come back? Answer me! Bro.
You tripping, bro.
Hello!
You tripping, bro.
And she's wondering why he left.
Answer me!
You tweaking, bro.
Answer me!
My ex cheated on me with his ex, so I made him believe that I was unalive.
I will never be the bigger person, okay? And before you start with the whole, oh, Nevada, you catch more flies with honey than vinegar, or whatever the fucking saying is, I'm not trying to catch flies. I'm not. I'm catching wasps, and I'm releasing them in the front seat of your car, okay? That's what I'm doing. That's the kind of thing that I do.
I'm gonna be super honest for a second. I just wanna make babies. I wanna cook. I wanna help clean a little bit. I wanna take the babies to school.
What's on her head?
I just want to make babies, and I know that's like not super feminist of me, but that's what I want.
We've actually reached the point where curling irons come with a for external use only label. So somewhere, someone looked at a sizzling red hot metal rod and thought, I wonder what would happen if I just stuck this inside me.
I stopped taking my ashwagandha for like 3 weeks. Don't ever do that. Like, all I do is cry. I cry.
Because you can't control your emotions, that's why.
When I was taking ashwagandha, I kid you not, I would just be like, okay, like, I didn't care, now I care, and I hate it.
To the women who date bald men, first of all, thank you so much for your service. Second of all, what does it feel like to have the most aura points in the world for curing humanity and incels everywhere in that way? And lastly,
my girlfriend has no problem dating me, and she likes that I'm bald. And I've dated a lot of women in Romania, even models. And no, I didn't have money, I didn't have status, I was broke, and I still dated very hot women. It's only in the West that they have a problem with being bald.
I think I would have been the perfect poster child of feminism. I was raised by a single mother. I went to college, I got my degree in statistics, which is a male-dominated field.
Right.
I got my job at Visa, and at the age of 24, I bought my home in the Bay Area, which is an expensive market to purchase a home. It just proves to you that I worked. After I bought my home, I proceeded to remodel the home with my own 2 hands using YouTube tutorials. So like literally I did not need a man. I did the manly work. I scraped a popcorn ceiling. I put in a full laminate floor. I learned how to use a table saw and not cut off all 10 fingers. I proved that I can live this life without a man, and I'm telling you, it is not fulfilling. Because at the end of the day, I was sitting in an empty home, absolutely miserable that I was alone. So I need a man to fulfill my greatest potential in life, which is to become a mother. There is nothing that's better than becoming a mother and having that legacy.
And do you think young women will listen to her? No. Because they don't care, because they think they know better.
When you find the right man who wants to have that legacy as well, you will want to submit to him.
My cousin, who is younger than me, is getting married today. Meanwhile, I have credit card debt. I am in a toxic situationship with one of my exes. Last week, I was so broke that instead of getting an Uber to the airport, I had a random guy from Hinge drive me. And this year, I have had chlamydia twice. So far.
She's so happy. Can't you see? She's so happy.
Happy wedding.
So this guy that had a crush on me and was chasing me, but I was uninterested in him, finally moved on because I rejected him multiple times. And I'm like, wow, what the fuck? Come back. Why did you move on? Maybe I was just kidding.
Generation is full of masculine women because men aren't men anymore. Women are constantly in grind mode. Women are constantly doing everything on their own. Women cannot depend on men for anything. Her being in her masculine energy is a defense mechanism, because if she doesn't do it, no one else is going to. And the last thing she wants is another man wasting her energy and taking more from her.
Ladies, do you want to know who the men who cheat are? You know who they are? They're the ones who don't even have an Instagram. The guys who make $500K a year and don't have an Instagram. You want to know they don't have an Instagram? Girls are like, oh, I'm dating Bob and he's so busy. He doesn't have time for an Instagram. He's going to fly me out next week. I'm like, how come you don't live with Bob? It's like, well, he's busy right now. It's like, no, Bob has a wife and kids. That's why he doesn't have an Instagram. Because he has a family he doesn't want you to know about. And these women live in delusion and actually think that they have a good man because he doesn't have an IG. Ladies, you're meeting a man in LA or San Diego who's rich and good looking and doesn't have an Instagram. Wake up. Like, how do you not understand what's happening?
And only dates girls that are long distance.
Yeah, it's so crazy to me.
I used to believe that lie that men look for women who have a career or have education, or at least the principle that I used to operate under is if I'm going to demand that of a man, I should at least be able to deliver that, which is part of the reason why I got my degree and then I started down my career. And then my dating preference was always the man had to make as much money as myself or higher. And when you look at men, they really honestly don't care. And it wasn't until I got with my fiance, and it offended me at first because I worked so hard to get to where I was, to making the amount of money that I was making, and he made it abundantly clear, like, that does not matter at all. So there's such a lie that's being fed to women. You don't need the degree to impress the guy. You don't need the career. I think a lot of women would be better off staying out of debt, not getting that degree, and being honest. And if they want to be traditional, find a traditional man and just skip the whole heartache of going through college, because I'm telling you, I wasted a lot of time and money.
Have y'all seen that video of that girl who talks about how she's a stripper and she wears that Flor Vanilla scent and that's how she makes money and that's how like all the guys talk to her? And everyone's like, who wants to smell like a stripper? Me. I do.
I don't want to go to a dinner date and you think you're gonna get laid after because I have IBS. Yeah, if you take me to get a steak, perhaps, I'm going to be so fucking bloated and fart on the whole entire drive home after I leave that date. I'm certainly not driving back to your house with you so you can put it down on.
Don't get why would you make a video like this and put it online? How do women have no shame? Why would you make a video like this? Any guy that wants to be with a woman like this, that makes videos like this online, is stupid. She will post everything you do in that relationship with her online for everybody. You won't have a private relationship ever with her. You're just stupid.
Me while I'm holding in a massive fart attack. You know what I mean? Like, let's do all.
I used to think when I was younger, when I was a simp, that all women were ladies. They're not. They're not.
All that business beforehand or wait till the next time we go on a date?
If a man is not actively taking you on dates, it's a no. It's a no. Especially in the early stages. There should be no, come over to my place, let me come over to your place, let's watch a movie. They need to be actively taking you out, going to do activities, going to see stuff. And then if you want to have movie nights and stuff like that in between, yeah, but every time you hang out shouldn't be at one of your houses. And you need to set that boundary from the beginning, girl. Like, if they start insinuating, like, come over, come to my place, no, cut that off.
If you're good looking enough to her, she will come over. You don't have to do any dates. You don't have to pay for anything. Believe me.
I'm this close to switching sides.
Okay.
Men are trash. I swear. I literally open up my phone. I get like a WhatsApp message. And it's from this guy like maybe like 10 years ago I used to talk to. And it literally had a photo of him and his wife, like married, like a wedding photo. And he's like, hey, like, you want to come to like my game? The fuck? I was like, aren't you married? Maybe ask your wife to come to your effing game. Like, the audacity men have in.
This is the kind of guys you attract. Why? Because your face is full of filler, because you have a boob job, because you have butt implants. This is the kind of man that you attract.
2024 is off the chain. Like, yo, I'm about to jump ship and just switch sides.
Single again. Yeah, what a crazy turn of events in the last day. But there were a lot of issues early on that I definitely ignored and decided to turn an eye.
Of course, they all ignore the red flags. And then, like the previous woman, they call all men trash.
Turn a blind eye? You know what I mean?
A lot of times when older men go for younger women, it is because they're looking for someone easier that they can manipulate.
So why are the younger women going for them?
Because they are naive and they don't have real world experience. They're going through a transitionary stage in their life where they are leaving their home and they don't know how to make sense of the world.
So they have no accountability.
You could argue that.
Okay, so since they have no accountability, why can they vote?
I mean, that's another discussion.
No, I think
open
it's
to
a
hearing
relevant
that.
discussion because we're either going to treat 18-year-olds as adults who can make their own decisions or we're not.
No, because an 18-year-old could be very book smart, but that doesn't ensure that she knows how to deal with romantic relationships.
Okay, then what's the appropriate age? 20, 25, 30? Okay, I see that you want all women to be accountable only after they're 30, after they hit the wall. And any man that tries to date younger, he is a predator. He tries to manipulate women.
Don't take them out. Don't spend a dime. Don't spend a nickel. Don't spend a penny. Go somewhere that is free. And if she is unwilling to go there with you, don't go out with her. Talk to her on FaceTime. Talk to her on the phone. But where's the action? If she wants something from you without knowing you, she's playing you. And homeless and hungry, they are bored. Their baby daddy not calling them back. Why should you?
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news over here, but I just want to let you know that it doesn't matter anymore if you try to tell people the truth. Because when people are so brainwashed and delusional, they don't care. They don't care. You could show them a video or a picture of something that's blatantly obvious and they wouldn't see it.
She's correct, guys. Each day there is some simp that is writing me, asking me for one of these women's IDs, telling me that I'm an incel. No matter how much evidence I show them, no matter how many statistics I show them, they will still be simps. You can't save some people, you can't.
They literally wouldn't see it. We are living in a time of blissful delusion and ignorant arrogance. So don't waste your time arguing with people. I mean, if people want to have a conversation with you, I say go for it. But don't waste your time. Don't cast your pearls before swine. You're only going to make yourself sick.
Men would choose the skinny sales assistant over the overweight CEO businesswoman. Men would choose the happy waitress over the stressed woman with a bachelor degree. Men would choose the woman that is able to ask for help rather than the woman that is so hyper independent and can do everything herself. Men would rather choose the woman that asks him for help when carrying the luggage over the woman that can do it all herself.
I'm not happy. I'm not happy.
Why?
Because you open the door for people, and I'm not into that. Like, why were you opening that door for that lady?
I do that. Even if so many women call me online a woman hater and misogynist, I do that all the time.
That's not funny.
I was raised right.
No, that doesn't make you raised right.
I am a polite person.
You open the door for me, so then you open the door for everybody.
The person was
so what?
coming right.
You're in a relationship with me, you're gonna be in a relationship with everybody?
No. Chill.
You kiss me, you kiss everybody?
No.
You're not a doorman. You had no business keeping that door open.
The lady
for her.
was right behind
She had
us.
2 hands, 2 feet. She could have done it by herself.
If you want to get any guy, the first thing that you need is to be magnetic. Key to being magnetic is knowing that you already have what you need. Are that bitch. He is not on your list of things that you need, and you're not going to act like he's on your list of things that you need. Truly be magnetic, you have to have a nice...
If you're really trying to be magnetic and attract a man, maybe first know where north and south is.
full life on your own. You have to be confident. You have to be all these things in and of yourself, because you don't want to come from this like energetic place of lack and desperation. It's never a good look, and you will not be able to get any guy that you want if you're doing that. When you start exuding confidence because you just know that you are that girl and you are magnetic and you become...
Can you see how women don't know anything about what a man wants? They're so clueless, but yet they give dating advice online.
Dating is so confusing. One day, I hear that he would love to spend every second with me, that he would love to plan a trip, everything. And then The next day, I'm basically ghosted. Like, no message, nothing, no plans.
He didn't really like you. He just lied to you to get what he wanted. It's so easy.
It's the weekend, and I have no plans. I don't want to get a message last minute. What are the plans, or are we doing something or not? It's just not fair, and I'm not going to agree on this. So from a male perspective, how do you think does it work? Because I believe if you truly like someone, you don't need to ask for any attention. And
yeah, he doesn't truly like you. What don't you understand?
You should not play any games, because basically you can lose the person you're trying to date, actually.
One of my favorite graphic novels is called Why the Last Man, and
yeah, I've read it.
Yeah, and essentially one day all of the men just dropped. Society completely fell apart because women only make up like 2% of engineers or doctors, and they didn't know what to do. I mean, you have to read it. It's actually a really cool perspective.
Society was completely decimated.
Yeah, and they went insane because it helps you realize like how much men actually have a role in society. I feel like this generation, in the sense, makes it seem like they don't, or try to downplay men, you know, and it's very easy to forget how important they are and how much they do have to contribute and how much expectations that are put on them from the moment they're born.
Well, I'm gonna explain to y'all today how I got the perfect girl. So how I got the perfect girl, man, was that my standards was high, right? I looked for nothing but 10s, nothing but the baddest of the bad. And I had to tell myself, sometimes you can get a better woman if you just lower your standards and get you about a 6 or a 7. So when I ran into Sam and she was a 6 or 7, I was like, I don't know. Lower your standards, you know what I'm saying, and get you a semi-ugly woman that can cook, you know what I'm saying, take care of kids, and keep her hygiene all right, you know what I'm saying?
I know he's joking. But that's a sign of a healthy relationship, when you can joke with your woman and she doesn't freak out about it. I do this all the time. I make jokes with my girlfriend and it's all jokes. I don't mean it.
She ain't gonna be the best thing to wake up to at night. I mean, in the morning. But guess what? You gonna have breakfast ready for you. You gonna have dinner ready for you.
Hell of a lot for somebody who has twigs, who has toothpicks for calves and legs.
So my biggest flex is that my wife was actually in the Harry Potter movie. That's right. She was in the Harry Potter.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were. Don't be modest. Like, don't try to.
I
just
wish.
Tell them the truth.
What are you talking about? This?
Yeah, she actually. I think she started like. I think it was the third one, is when she started in there. But
what are you talking about,
babe?
I wish I would have been in Harry Potter, but I was.
So there she was in Harry Potter.
Hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.